there's a question I would like to invite you together to think of. What does it mean to be brave? I know it's a tough one. Let me to assume that if I ask you that one, the first to come to your mind would be warriors, heroes, or maybe soldiers, because these are whom we associate with true bravery. But is that correct? Are they a true example of courage, or just an assumption we make based on some undiscovered biases? To answer that question, I decided to ask my colleagues, co-workers, friends, and family to share their opinions with me. So, what does it mean to be brave according to a group of random adults? To be true to yourself, to be a believer, to be honest and curious, to stand out of the crowd and take an appropriate risk, to be yourself, no matter what, and to be responsible for all the things you do and those you don't do, but not for the others, as this isn't something you can control. You can only stay there and give an example. Okay, so that were the others, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't share my personal view. So let me to tell you a story, my story. When I was a kid, I had the perception of my father being so brave because he wasn't afraid of saying out loud things not expected to be said. I was always reading a lot, so I remember that these times my head was full of stories about proud knights, dangerous queens, and brave sailors conquering new unknown worlds. A little bit later, I associated bravery with being loud. Loud and anti-everything, of course. There was a time when I thought that when you are screaming out loud your emotions and when you are loud, that means that you are brave. The time also I associated extreme sportsmen with being so brave because I identified their accomplishment with the highest form of human development. Yet, that was when I was young, not fully shaped, just full of ideals. Now, when I'm an adult, I tend to assume that I understand things. And let me be honest with you, today I am petrified. Not scared or afraid of something, but really, really petrified by what I see around. The world around scares me, because we are living the unknown. Third World War? Why not? Another pandemic? For sure. More unnecessary deaths? I wake up every morning and I am tired. Tired and scared. And I know that I'm not the only one. My sister is gay. She is a young woman living her life with a stranger in her own country, Poland. I am scared of every phone call I may get because these days she can get hurt so easily only for holding her hand with her girlfriend in public. And there is nothing I can do about that. I remember a day when my husband disappeared and my heart stopped. You all know this story. He went for a party, didn't come back home, and with his phone silent, I decided to report him missing. Eventually, nothing happened, but it was just another example of how fragile I am, how helpless when confronting the reality. Like that other day, when we went to visit my parents-in-law, we went by car, and on the road, another vehicle just started to change its road line. The only thing I remember was my scream. All of this took me to the point that there is no courage without fear. Today, I believe that being brave means to be able to face one's loneliness. That bravery is hidden in the act of being true to yourself, even if it hurts. It is about to stop or to leave when you feel that staying is not an option, but to keep trying, even if there's the smallest chance to win the battle. Okay, but where are the barbarians in the story? Actually, the word brave comes from barbarians. So do you remember a moment when I mentioned the brave sailor conquering new worlds? Okay, so let's say it was Christopher Columbus in 1492, and let's travel in time a little bit to the ancient Rome. Barbarians was the term used by Romans to call non-Roman tribes like Celts or Gauls. It was their way to name people who were brave enough to fight them back, who were brave enough to start their own adventure in the very strange country, in the very strange world. There were people who were constantly conquering their own fears. That is why I decided to call this story the one only true barbarians will understand. So let me to leave you with this one question. What does it mean to be brave? Thank you.